Howdy folks, Brett here with a video to help put some fun in your life for those times you get bored. Built into Google Search and their other services, I will show you 20 hidden games that were created by Google for you to play right now to keep you entertained for free. Let's get started. Many games can be played inside of Google Search. Doing a search for Solitaire brings up the classic card game where you take a shuffled deck to create 4 piles of cards for each suit and arrange them in ascending order from ace to king. When you click on play, choose your difficulty. Your choices are easy or hard. Once it lays out the cards, begin playing. Next up is Block Breaker. This newer game replaces the older Atari Breakout Easter egg that Google removed. It's easy to play, but difficult to master. You use the left and right arrow keys on your keyboard or swipe your finger on a mobile device to move a paddle to bounce a ball to destroy the blocks above. To celebrate the 30th anniversary of the classic arcade game Pac-Man, Google created a doodle that you can play by doing a search for Pac-Man. After clicking play, use the arrow keys to control it, avoiding the ghosts and eating all the dots inside the maze. Back in the old days of Windows, Minesweeper was a game that was built into the operating system. Doing a search for Minesweeper gets you a game that looks very similar with better graphics. The goal is to clear the board without detonating any of the mines. The numbers give you a clue of how close the mines are. One of the newer games inside of Search is Color Tiles. With this grid-based logic puzzle game, players use the arrow keys or swipes on mobile to slide all 3 tiles in one direction at once. The goal is simple: group 4 matching tiles together. Each level has a limited number of moves. It gets more difficult the more you play. Doing a search for Snake brings up a game similar to the Snake game that was available on Nokia phones back in the day. You control the snake with the arrow keys on your keyboard. The more you eat, the longer the snake gets. It's not as easy as it looks. Originally a Google Doodle, this baseball game can now be played in Search by typing Google Baseball. You simply left-click your mouse at the right time to swing the bat to have it hit the ball.
Strike!
Doing a search for Tic Tac Toe lets you play this time-wasting game without the need for paper and a pen. Clicking the drop-down menu lets you play in one of 3 difficulty levels against the AI, or you could play with a friend using the same computer. Choose whether you want to play as X's or O's, and try to get 3 of your marks lined up in a row in any direction. Doing a search for a Google memory game will bring up a game that is very similar to the classic electronic game called Simon. The goal is to repeat the sequence in order. With success, the series becomes longer and more complex. Google's Space Invaders is an oldie but goodie that Google removed from search years ago, but it's still available on the site LGoog, which is Google spelled backwards. You use the left and right arrow keys to move the spaceship, and the space key to fire to fight off the enemies. It gets more difficult the more you play. Quick Draw is a Pictionary-style game created by a group of engineers at Google to improve its machine learning. You have 20 seconds to draw an object, and its AI will try to guess what you're drawing. To begin, click Let's Draw. I'll be using a mouse in this example. This works best if you have a stylus, touchpad, or a touchscreen monitor. In the first of 6 drawings, it wants me to draw a beard. This should be challenging.
I see nose. Or smiley face. Or necklace. Or wine bottle. I see the Great Wall of China. Oh, I know, it's beard.
The offline T-Rex game is one most of you are familiar with. When using the Chrome browser and you lose your connection with the internet, the screen will appear with a small dinosaur and the text "No Internet." To begin playing, press the spacebar on your keyboard. When the game begins, the dinosaur moves forward. Tap on your spacebar to jump over obstacles. It gets more difficult the longer you play. To play this game at any time, disconnect your computer from the internet, then open the Chrome browser, and the screen should appear. This will be a quick one. Google has a site dedicated to Christmas called Santa Tracker. It's quite impressive with a large number of animations and games. To see all that is available, click the menu icon in the upper left. There's even a Christmas-themed version of Quick Draw, which I mentioned earlier. Soccer 2012 is a doodle found in their archive where you control a goalie attempting to block shots from an AI player. You move your player left and right with the arrow keys and use the spacebar to make your player jump to block aerial shots. 3 failed attempts ends the game. Basketball 2012 is a Google Doodle that goes way back and surprisingly went viral, with it being played more than 1 billion times in its first 4 days. You simply press the spacebar to build up power and then let go to make as many free throws as you can. Another Google Doodle found in their archive is Halloween 2018. This multiplayer game is inspired by games like Pac-Man and Snake. As a player on one of 2 teams, the goal is to collect the most wandering spirit flames. When you click on play, you'll be given a quick tutorial to learn how to play it. Champion Island Games is a Pokemon-style role-playing game that Google launched in 2021 in partnership with Studio 4 Degrees Celsius. You play as Lucky the Ninja Cat in sporting events, along with multiple side quests to help others. Doing a search for Champion Island Games should bring it up. If not, it's also available in the Doodles archive. To avoid any spoilers, I won't show you a sample of the game. Just play it, it's quite strange. To celebrate Garden Day in Germany, Google created a doodle game that's now available in their archive. Similar to Angry Birds, the goal is to launch garden gnomes using your spacebar to the farthest reaches of your garden. The farther the gnome travels, the more flowers you plant and the more points you earn. For fans of the long-running TV series Doctor Who, Google, back in 2013, created a doodle game to celebrate the show's 50th anniversary. To begin, click into it, then click the play button. Choose your character. Left click to move. Activate levers. The goal, to begin, is to reach the G, here on the left, without touching the robot. If you are a fan of the old-school text adventure games of the past, without any fancy graphics, using text commands only to control players and to navigate the environment, you'll appreciate this one hidden inside of the Chrome browser. After doing a search for text adventure in Google, hold down Ctrl, Shift, and I to open the developer console. It'll first ask, would you like to play a game? Type yes and hit enter. After which, it'll give you the instructions on how to play. Use only the words mentioned to make your way through the game. Thanks for watching. Links are in the description. If this video was useful for you, give it a thumbs up and share it with others. Let us know in the comments your favorite games you play when you get bored that were made by Google. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe and make sure to hit that bell for the latest on Google and other tech-related stuff here on Brett in Tech.